Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night, except tonight, apparently, where everyone's gone off to do other things. Scheduling, Formula One, all the rest of it means we've got a single split tonight and plenty of debutants joining us here at Knockhill for round 7 of season 31 of Sunday Night Lights, where I'm your host, Alex McKellar, and joining me as always is the chaotic one, Mr. Corey Steinhauser, where tonight, mate, it's a unique event. And I'm sure we'll see some unique things going on out there.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. I'm pretty sure with the field spread we have, because it's a single split race, as we've covered, it's a 30-85 strength of field. I believe lap traffic is going to definitely play into effect here, because we've got a lot of guys out there with, we've got a couple of guys, with 3 digits in their I rating, which is kind of scary. But we'll see how they handle themselves. There's going to be a lot of debutantes out there tonight, and hopefully not too much in the way of shenanigans.
Yeah, mate, we'll see what she throws up, that's for sure. Anyway, let's run through those brave souls who have joined us here on the for the big one this week. Car number 1, Sam Devanci, is not out there at the minute, waiting to set his lap. For the right conditions. Nalia Nagai of Team NRS, Nagai Racing School, getting the tyres going, trying to get them up to speed and up to temperature. And he's ready to put on a big one here tonight. Goto Sasaki, winner of the last 2 events. He's Team NRS as well, looking to put on another show here tonight. Takumi Yamada of Team NRS, car number 4. On one of the slightly lighter on squadron of Japanese drivers this week. Yuan-Si Lin joins us once again. It's been a while since we've seen Mr. Lin. Great to see him back out there. Ryan Chenoweth is just coming out of the pits. Car number 6 leading the ANZ charge here tonight. Just ahead of car number 7 for Team Milo, which is Luke Witten. Had a fantastic drive coming through the field last race after starting last. He's in the top 6 or so. Hiroyuki Shoda from Japan and Team NRS joins us once again. He'll be looking to put on a strong performance here tonight for the Japanese contingent. Head clown himself, Mr. Vasco Sorowski, is the 3rd rated ANZ driver in the field here tonight. For Team Clowns, as the times start coming in, just behind him, hot on his heels, is the other clown in the field, Mr. Mark Lay, who looking to have a good performance here tonight as well, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. Coming up as our 11th plate car. We've seen him a couple times. It's great to see him out there again. Of course, it is Darren Toon. Got a lot of AusNZ in this one, actually. Warwick Brownie is car number 12 here tonight, making his debut. Nice delivery on that number 12 as well. We've got another clown in the field in the form of Mr. Gregory Adams. Lucky car number 13. What is it with these clown cars and getting into number 13? Also representing AusNZ. We've got Matt Nicholson from AusNZ as car number 14 out there making his debut. We've got Ken Hames from AusNZ.
Yeah.
Hyams. Car number 15, not out there on track though. Mark Jeffrey, car number 16, as he is about to put in his 2nd lap. Let's just stay on him, see where he gets. And it's going to be 5th. No, 11th. I got ahead of myself there. 11th. I just saw someone else go up to 5th. Paul Jafar as car number 17. We've got Christian Schmidt, who is car number 18, but he is not out there presently in the server at all. Matt Petit from UK and I as car number 19. And Harry Irvine with just a solemn 600 and something I rating is our car number 20 here. Alex representing UK and I as well.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Nagai setting the fastest lap with a 51 flat. Very tough to beat that in the race, let alone in quali. I'm just trying to spot Mr. Devantia. He's just coming out to do his laps now. This will actually be the end of his 1st lap, if I'm not mistaken. The Cowboy looking to set the pace here for the ANZ drivers. Quite enjoys this track. And great to see him out there supporting the series. Car number 1 Not often we get the ANZ driver as car number 1. Sam's been working hard on his driving in these new cars. He set a 51.5. 215 in his first lap, Corey, as he comes over the crest of the chicane there. The car looking to let loose, as is Davantia, Corey.
Oh, absolutely, Alex. That was some serious airtime. Takes all of the exit curve for the Clark corner, number 7. You've got to be careful out there as well. There could be a sneaky little off-track slowdown. He brakes hard for the final corner at Taylor's, number 9. And let's see what he does as he comes up to the line this time. And it is going to be a 51.541. Only good enough for P6 at the moment. And Sam will not be happy about that one, Alex.
Nah, that's it. And I think he's the last one to set a time out there. He's just behind Warwick Brown, who's the leading ANZ driver in terms of quality before we get Davantia, Tune and Swarovski. Brown, of course, he's a strong driver. I've been watching him a bit lately. He streams as well. And he is quite a strong driver, of course, making his debut here tonight, not because of the single split, but because I think it's the first time he signed up. He drives a bit with the Cowboy, and we were giving him a bit of a ribbing, although I think I called him Warren last week instead of Warwick. Sorry, mate. But I've caught his stream a few times, and he looks like a really strong driver and a decent bloke as well. So hoping he goes well on debut, Corey.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. And I was just listening to the driver's voice chat, and the drivers have just realised that this is a single split race. So there's a little bit of shenanigans going on in the voice chat about that. But we're probably about 25 seconds away here from qualifying, getting cut early due to inactivity. So hopefully soon we'll be able to start getting these drivers on the grid.
Yeah, that's it, mate. We just got Mr. Jaffa out there. He's trying to get the hang of the circuit by the looks. Yeah, you might want to get that second apex there, mate. But that's okay. She's a scary old leap, that chicane there at 5 and 6, Corey. You managed to wrangle it at all yourself?
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get any laps in. I was planning on getting a few laps in today, but unfortunately my sister needed to come around and get her oil changed in her Toyota. So that's what I've been doing all day today, because Toyotas suck.
Apparently they suck oil, mate. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's very difficult to get to certain things on the car. So, yeah, my hands are actually still a little bit oily from that, actually. So, yeah, it's probably a good thing that I'm sitting at my computer. But we still had to get this broadcast in regardless, as Jaffa still going through just working out the track. He's the only car on track at the moment. And, you know, this is valuable track time for him. One thing that a lot of sprint car crew chiefs will tell you is that track time is the most important thing you can get in a race car, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Sure is. Interestingly enough, seems like we've got more viewers than people out on track at the moment, which is unusual for this time on a Sunday. But I guess we'll see what action. I reckon there'll be plenty of action out here from what I've seen, mate. I watched the warm-up race. It was similar. It was a 20-car field. And I think most of them, including the winner of the race, which was Sasaki, he outpointed his Japanese teammate in Naoya Nagai. He spent some time in the dirt as well. As Jaffa, you know, these extra laps, as you say, that might just do him all the world of good as the time ticks over, and we might just go check out our grid for this unique Sunday Night Lights event here, round 7 at Knockhill for season 31. Naoya Nagai, nothing unique about that, sticking on pole with a 51 dead. Japanese driver returning to the top step of the qualifying rankings. Kota Sasaki for Team NRS, just 6 1,000ths behind him though, and looking to see what he can do about taking 2 for 2 tonight. Takumi Yamato, the third of the Japanese trio that are looking to dominate SNL and the official season standings, 3/10 behind, starting out a third. Mark Lay for Team Clowns leading the way for the Clown Cars here tonight, starting out a 4th. Warwick Brown on debut for Donate Life Sim Racing, starts out a P5. Sam Davantia for Speedy Snails, starts out a 6th tonight, joining Warwick Brown on the 3rd row. Starting out a 7th will be Darren Tune for ANZ, alongside him the second clown in the field, Vasco Swarovski. Starting out of 8th, Hiroyuki Shorter for Team NRS, starts out a 9th. Just alongside him will be Team Milo's Luke Witten. Yuan-Tse Lin for Swift Cooper Racing, starts out of 11th. Alongside him for Goose Juice Racing will be Ryan Chenoweth. Wildlife warrior himself. Starting out of 13th tonight will be Matt Nicholson for ANZ. Greg Adams, the final clown of the field, starts out of 14th. Brown Suit Racing's Mark Jeffrey. Great to see Mark in the top split here tonight. Starts out of 15. Matt Petite, I think that's how you say that. For UK and I out of 16th off the grid. Starting 17th will be Paul Jaffa. Ken Hyams, another stalwart of SNL Racing in the top split again here, starting out of 18th ahead of Harry Irvine in 19th. And rounding out your field, full field at 20 will be Christian Schmidt, many of whom are making their debut, of course. Some of them maybe only making their one and only appearance. We'll have to wait and see, Corey.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. It looks like Christian Schmidt actually not in the service still. So he is going to be out to 19 car field as the red lights mean rev. And the green lights mean go. We're underway here for round number 7 of season 31 Sunday Night Lights as the field goes streaming down into the very difficult on cold tyres turn number 1. It's going to be interesting to see how these cars handle it with the no aero. I imagine a lot of people sliding all over the place. I saw a little bit of smoke in the background. And looks like, for the most part, everyone has survived it, Alex.
Fantastic shots as we stream across the hairpin for the the chicane for the first time round. We jump up to the big back straight here. Sasaki will appear behind Nagai momentarily as this bumper field of 20 cars start there running down into the final corner at Taylor's for the first time round. This is where the moves will be made. Witten looking to make his move up the inside of Shorter by the looks of it. 2x2 in a couple of places. Oh, a bit of contact in the rear as well. Petite's gone early. And that, folks, is one way to end your night very early, Corey.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. It's unfortunate that Petite got caught up in an early incident there, but the beauty about this track is that it's so small. We're going to have like 24 laps to get it all sorted out as the rest of the field making their through the chicane once more. All the airtime they're getting. This is incredible to watch, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Interestingly there, we've seen a bit of action out the back. I'm just trying to pick up. Yeah, it was Ryan Chenoweth has got, reversing. Oh, my goodness. That's one way to get her out. But, oh, wow. Okay. Certainly single split racing has its own characteristics and flavour. That's right. But now the other person I was just about to focus on after dispatching with Shorter, Luke Witten looking to move forward to get ahead of Darren Tune if possible. Struggling with quality here tonight is Witten, but certainly no such problems in moving up and moving forward in these fields. Of course, we saw him on lap 1 make the move into the final corner at Taylor's on Shorter, and it wasn't until, in fact, he hit turn 1 that he got the move done, and now firmly got his eyes set on Darren Tune in front, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. Luke Witten, one of the old hands, as I'm going to call it. He's been around for instance now. He's definitely got pace, and it's all about the mechanical grip you can get coming out of that final corner. Definitely don't want to be spinning up the tyres on the hump on that inside line, but he's going for the move on Tune, takes it very aggressively right up on the curb, makes that move stick easily. But Darren Tune still has the chance of coming back here with a better exit. See how they go into turn number 1. As it looks like Tune's just going to sit in behind him. It's too early for him to try and make a fight back there, Alex.
Yeah, perhaps later in the race. You certainly get the stronger drive out of the corner around the outside line. And some people actually go around the outside of the final corner to defend, knowing that they get the better drive and probably... Oh, look at the air time through there, Witten getting over the chicane. A lot of the time they'll defend around the outside knowing that they'll get the run into turn 1 potentially if they maximise their drive and minimise the wheel spin that you often see closer to the apex of the final corner, Corey.
That's right, Alex. As I'm starting to watch back up the front of the field, I saw Sam Devantia coming out of the chicane. He took all the exit and then some, doing a little bit of bush bashing in that Formula Ford as his. As I just saw up in the distance, Alex, we're already getting close to encountering some lap traffic, which is obviously one of the pitfalls of single split racing. So hopefully, who's at the 14? The 14 will gracefully move out of the way for our leaders when they catch him.
Yeah, he's hoping, mate. It's this track is notorious for it. And when you get single split racing, and I've got to tell you, some of the best drivers in the world lined up with some that perhaps aren't. Yeah, stuff can happen. It can be unfortunate. And it's funny, I often say that there are races within races. even within, you know, the caliber of races we see here on a Sunday night, 6K, 5K strength of fields. And, you know, the front part of the field, or the pockets of excitement, as we've affectionately called them over the seasons, there will be races within races. Then if you talk a single split where the top guy's 8KI rating and the guy who's bottom of the trees under 700, you are literally talking, you know, separate universes in terms of racing on the same track. So yeah, part of the skill of racing is navigating those circumstances, and I am certain we'll see some of it here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. And it also provides just a great challenge for some of these front-running guys, because they're normally, you know, as you say, racing with people who are very similar in their skill set. And tracks like this, where the participation might be a little bit down, there's other things going on. It's very interesting to see how these guys are going to handle these guys with just that little bit less pace about them, as they're probably right on the tail of him right now. And the 14 is Matt Nicholson, and the field is only just 1 second behind him as they coming down to what is the chicane, Alex?
Yeah, that's it. I might see if I can find a... where is it? The view that I'm looking for. I want the gearbox, and I'll chuck it on Nicholson. This is what it looks like with the leaders bearing down on you, folks. You can keep that from... Oh, and look at that. He's pulled aside, let him go by. Well played, sir. As we get the X-ray cam of his car. Well played. Good job, and well done. As we hop back up the front now. The guy leading them away. It's fairly strong string there, although it was of cars. I was about to say line of Cern, as we see you aren't see Lynn make the move on Churn. Churn twice now, getting done to the final corner. This time he gets a better drive though, and looking to contest exactly what I was talking about, although really it wasn't side by side. It was just the fact that he got the better drive out of the corner by the looks, and Lynn immediately recognising it. Came across to defend and make sure Churn didn't get the inside into turn one. Job done. Churn loses another position. He's actually down 4 spots. In contrast, Luke Whitten now about to climb on all over the back of Vasco Sorosky. Sorosky up 1 position himself. And Whitten is in front now. Oh, they're all just passing... who was it? Matt Nicholson that we saw last time round. Getting out of the way once again. Well played, sir. That's how you do it. Meanwhile, it is Whitten getting all over the back of Sorosky. The other clown up front is Mark Lay, but Sorosky getting very interested in the rear of Warwick Brown. Brown now, as we said, on debut, but don't mistake the debutant tag as meaning he hasn't got pace and skill. Because like I said, I have been watching him a little bit, and he's certainly got a good measure of both. As Sorosky looking a little bit underdone through the first sector, no longer right on the tail, and instead probably looking a little in his mirrors at Whitten, Corey.
Yeah, well, that's it, Alex. But Whitten just making a little bit of a mistake there, going through the chicane, just taking that little bit too much curve, getting that little bit too much airtime, and running it a little bit wide. But here goes Sorosky now. He's got a good run coming up to the final corner, just about contact with the right rear of the brown car. And it looks like that's going to ruin his run here a little bit, which is going to allow Luke Whitten to possibly challenge here going into turn number 1. Whitten got a little bit of a better run through that final corner. He's right up on the gearbox. He's not going to go for it though. Going to wait for a little bit later in the races. We're only 9 completed laps so far, and still about 15 laps to go, Alex.
Yeah, 25 lap timed race, although it's a 20-minute timed race, which will result in 25 laps. That's just how short these laps are. You're looking at, I think, at the moment, as we jack back up the front, in draft, Sasaki has done a 50.9, 50.84 by Luke Whitten is currently the fastest lap of the race, as best as I can tell. As Whitten then shows the nose and makes the move under Sorosky, almost going 2 for 1, forces Warwick Brown off his line, and Brown now will be compromised as Sorosky focused on the exit and will be looking to come back at Whitten into turn 1. That situation, that scenario that we've just described, although it's more of an over-under from Sorosky. Will they go side by side? They will. These two not looking to back out, except they do. Luke Whitten deciding discretion in this case, not even halfway through the race, the better part of valor, having thrown all but the kitchen sink at Sorosky in trying to make that move, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And Sorosky ever the smart head on his shoulders, just choosing to go for the better exit there. But now he's on full attack going towards Brown. Let's see what he can do going into the final corner this time. As Swarovski was trying to look for a little way through in turn 7, he ducks to the outside. You see Brown just slightly moving over a little bit. You know, the non-verbal communication as Luke Whitten runs out wide to begin the corner to try and get the better exit. He's got a good run on Swarovski here. He's going to pull out to the side. He's going to try and make the same move going into turn 1 this time, Alex, as side by side they go over the line. And Swarovski lifted so they could get sorted, go single file before the corner.
Yeah, well, again, discretion, better part of valor. That's the best way to finish this, of course, to finish the race. As Whitten runs very wide on exit. No, they're not going to go to... Oh, no! I was about to say no 2x2 action. Whitten gives the rear of the car a big old nudge. Oh, let's go check out what happened here. I just want to see. So Whitten gets on the gas very early. Comes out of the turn 3 there at McIntyre very loose, and I thought Swarovski was going to back out. Oh, I'll need to go a bit wider there, Alex. Oh, he's got on the grass as well. The rear let go. Oh, I thought they might have had contact, but it's Whitten all on his own, pushing beyond the limits of what he could manage this time, and Swarovski will have picked up a massive slowdown there as well. And that, folks, is all she wrote, unfortunately, for Luke Whitten, and probably, I was just going to say, he's about to drop in the pits, no doubt. Yeah, he is. Anyway, we'll back up front. That was tragedy for what was the hottest action on track. As we see now, Nagai continue to lead from Sasaki. Devantier now up 3 positions. He's dispatched with Yamato and Lay, as well as Brown. And moved well forward in this one, Corey. Devantier really starting to push the pace.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. I watched the move that he made on Yamato. It was while you were going through the replay there of the Whitten-Swarovski incident. Just a very nice, tidy, up the inside move into the final corner. And Yamato, as much as he took the wider line to try and get the drive, just could not do anything with trying to get back around Devantier. Devantier actually up 3 positions from where he started in this race, which is definitely no mean feat around a track like this, Alex.
That's it, mate. He's done it on pace and ability. Not really qualified where he wanted to, obviously. He very much enjoys the track here, and probably a little bit frustrated with where he's at overall in terms of where he started, certainly. And he's probably going to struggle, I would suggest, to catch the guys in front. Lap for lap, he's probably right there with them on pace, although Nagai now drops in a 50.9 undrafted, with Sasaki behind him with a 51 dead. Devantier just look a 10.5 behind, nearly 2 tenths behind, not really doing anything to bridge that gap. And I was about to say, with these two here, these Japanese guys, they will stick together, run their laps as clean and fast as they can, but I can tell you, I reckon in the last lap or 2, Sasaki will absolutely want to make this every poster winner with this, because at the moment, Nagai has his number in the championship, although Sasaki's got a 0-point round, and if you discounted, you dropped Nagai's best round, because we will have drop rounds in the championship, they're actually even on points, Corey. So everything to play for up front with the Japanese drivers.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. And you know, they will fight tooth and nail for this championship, because they both want to be on top. Got Nagai, the old experienced hand, and the coach to most of these Japanese drivers now, and then Sasaki, the young upstart who has been absolutely proving himself, especially in these Formula Fords. So it's going to be an interesting battle for these two, at the very least championship wise, as the season progresses. And after this round, we've only got 5 rounds to go, so it's going to be very close between these two. As far as the championship's concerned, in my opinion, I don't think there's actually anyone else really all that too close to them. So yeah, the battle is definitely going to be on for these two as far as the next few races are concerned, at least, Alex.
Yeah, well, that's it, mate. The only one that's the guy that's sitting in third is Hiroki Kokubu, who's not here tonight. The Pito King taking the night off, as so many appear to have done. But Devantier, the leading ANZ driver, split the top 4 Japanese drivers with Yamato in 6th. But Devante is tied with Cockaboo, just sort of one race, half a race victories worth of points away. And we know that Devante can win these races. The Speedy Snails driver sitting in third here tonight, and they're not quite. It's about, again, 10th and a half, almost 2/10 off the pace of the guys in front. But he can, on any given night, take out a race, and he will be a force to contend with for a podium, if not a win, in the season overall, Corey.
That's exactly right, Alex. And it just takes a couple of bad races for him to really start getting back into that championship fight. And I don't mean bad races for him. I mean bad races for our pair in front. And around a track like this, Knockhill, you know, danger is always just around the corner, especially single split. You know, this is a very easy track to make mistakes on, as I think just coming out of turn 7, one of the cars, the 17 car, has made a mistake, and these guys have just absolutely caught up to him like it's nobody's business. That's Paul Jaffa. And wow, that was a very aggressive move over to the left. I think he was trying to get out of the way for them so they could take the inside line for the final corner there unimpeded. But that was a little bit scary. Would have had their heart rates going up a little bit there, Alex.
Yeah, Jeff doing a tremendous job. I actually thought the traffic might play more of a detrimental role in this race than it actually has. The guy's doing tremendously well as Devantia navigates or negotiates the course with Jaffa. This time he leaves the door open. Well played again. Yamato a little bit unsure, and how he trod his way through. And Mark Lay staring down the barrel of a top 5 finish in SNL. I know it's a unique race. I know all the things that go with it, but nothing beats a top 5 finish in the big one, Corey.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Alex. The top 5s are always very crucial, as you know, it's where the most points are. As looks like we're starting to catch up to another lap car, Mark Jeffrey. A fairly gentleman racer, and he gets right out of the way, as I think we've got about 5 laps to go now in this race. We just click off lap number 19, start lap number 20. So the lap's starting to tick down here a little bit, Alex.
Absolutely. Mark Jeffrey, this guy's done pretty much more races than anyone in SNL and MNL history. Been one of the legitimate stalwarts of our racing here on Monday and Sunday nights. He, along with the great Ken Himes, who's just ahead of him up the road after I believe he started in the pits. They don't often get a run here on a Sunday night in the top split, but certainly Ken Himes is even in the points, which is a tremendous drive and a great effort from Ken. The only person I think we're missing as far as our guys going for the most SNL caps in all splits is Jason Willman. But Jason, I don't think making the move into the Formula Fords, but certainly Jeffo and Ken have followed us through, which we really do appreciate. Meanwhile, we'll duck up the front as our leaders are actually just behind the great Ken Himes, if I'm not mistaken. This time the guy once again grabs so much of the first apex of the chicane at turn 5. Almost costs him a bit on the second one, a little bit offline, because there's no grip in mid-air, Corey. You can't turn the thing unless you've pointed it before you've jumped.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right, Alex. I remember one year, as here goes the move for Sasaki up the inside. They're side by side. What kind of an exit they're going to get? Nagai very expertly around the outside, getting all the drive, and he might get him cleared here. Yep, he does. Sasaki moves back in. I remember one year of the World Rally Championship, Sebastian Loeb had hurt his back, and they were at one of the rallies that has a lot of jumps, and he actually went faster by slowing down and not getting as much airtime as what all the other competitors were, and he still ended up winning that rally. So, you know, you can't steer, you can't accelerate, you can't brake in midair, as we go for another big move, this time up into turn 7. That's not usually a place where we see moves being made. And this is going to leave him on the outside of the sleeping railway straight, which is actually a corner. He's slacking behind it, and the guy, this is where the action is starting to heat up now, Alex, as we go into the final corner side by side once more.
Yeah, textbook defense that we talked about earlier on last lap, as Nagai once again gets the better drive. The question was he compromised enough such that Sasaki will have the inside into turn 1 this time? And I think he will. Will they go side by side? No. Nagai says, all right, young fella. I'll have a crack myself the next time round. The nose pointed directly at the stern of the green liveried Sasaki this time round. As again, you see the slightly different line of Sasaki here. Of course, he won the last Skippy race that we held here on a Sunday night. Oh, he is very much on the limit there. You can see the massive correction as he came up the hill onto the back straight. Now, Nagai not even close enough to have a look. And this is what I mean. Sasaki was my pick early on because, as I was saying, he won the last Skippy race that we had here. He's done everything he can to be the quickest guy here. Be very, very patient as the white flag comes out, Corey. It's time to win it or wear it, as you say.
That's exactly right, Alex. And here goes a big move from the guy up the inside of turn 1. Side by side, they go through turn 2. And they're still going to be side by side through 3 as well. This is a big slide from the guy. And it was also going to be his big advantage. He's not going to be able to hold it on there. So his only option is going to be coming through. Oh, no. Don't tell me he's going to slow down.
I can't explain it, mate. I can't explain it otherwise because he backed right out on the apex of 3. Unless he... Oh, it's brought Devantier back into it.
He had a big tail slap and got sideways, Alex.
Yeah, right. No slowdown, but that's brought Devantier close. Oh, Devantier! Surely, no! Oh, he sent it from last week. Oh, no. Sam Devantier, the cowboy. And Sasaki takes the victory. Yamato, Mark Lay, Team Clowns on the podium for the first time in a very long time. Unbelievable stuff. Warwick Brown on debut inside the top 5. Shorter back up. Nagai down in 5th position. I've got to go back and have a look. Hang on. That was not one of Sam's better moments. I'm sure he will not be enjoying this one. Look how far back he is. That's unbelievable. He is in the same postcode. I can verify. Maybe a bit of a tighter shot. Oh, no, that one's no good. Let's grab this one. Look at that. He turns in, points it at the apex, and just lets rip. The smoke starts as he locks up the inside. She ain't turning there while you're still so hard on the brakes, my friend. Nagai then gets clipped in the rear and goes round. Devantier, desperation stakes. But as all good races will, he pulls over, redresses the position and gives it back to Nagai, who's doing his best to get back on track towards the end as the drivers stream by. Come on, it's a short finish line here, Sam. Pull it up, champ. And he does. Wow, Nagai just getting... Oh, that's tragic, Corey. That's unexpected. That's not how the cowboy plays his game, but certainly one to remember, that's for sure. But let's grab a look at our results now that everyone... I think has crossed the line. Hikaru Sasaki, I should have called it early. He was my pick to win tonight, and it's actually 3 on the trot. I miscalled it last week. I said he hadn't won since we were here last time, but he's actually 3 on the trot this season. Really pressing his claim for the SNL and official series championship this season. Takumi Yamato back in the points once again. A 1-2 finish for Japan and Team NRS. Not the 1-2 we thought. Mark Lay, Team Clowns, will not have a bigger smile than he does right now. He stuck with Yamato the whole race, finishes within a second of him, and grabs the 3rd spot on the podium. Unbelievable stuff. Warwick Brown on debut, Donate Life Sim Racing on debut. Said he was one to watch out for, had good pace, good speed, and good smarts about him. And it goes to show he hung in there and hung on for P4. Fantastic drive. Hiroyuki Shorter, the Team NRS, finishing in 5th. He's pretty much his best performance, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of results. P6 for Nagai. Very unlucky there at the end there, just ahead of his destroyer at the end, Sam Devantier, the cowboy, Speedy Snails, the send of the season. Unfortunately not coming off and impacting both them, costing them both podium positions. Yuan Si Lin, great to see him back for Swift Cooper Racing. P8 tonight, top 10 finish for Lin. Great return for him. Darren Tune with a top 10 finish, also finishing in 9th for ANZ. Long list of ANZ drivers then. Ryan Chenoweth for Goose Juice Racing, the Wildlife Warrior, in 10th. A second clown in the top 10, Greg Adams. Actually, he's just outside. He's in the points, I should say. In P11, continues his in the top 20 for the season so far. This will move him forward, no doubt, as well. Points in the top split, hard to come by and worth every bit more. As did Ken Hyams here in P12 for ANZ. I don't know that I've seen Ken in the points in the top split, so congratulations, Ken. Great drive. Started in the pits, just ahead of the other stalwart in the field, Mr. Mark Jeffrey for Brown Suit Racing. Great to see Mark in there, just outside the points tonight, unfortunately, but better for the run, I am sure. Matt Nicholson on debut finishes in 14th for ANZ. Vasco Sorosky down one lap for Team Clowns, finishes in 15th. Paul Jaffa, the privateer from ANZ, finishing in 16th on debut. Luke Whitten, after that tragic mistake through the opening sector there, into the second sector up the hill. The rear let go after touching the grass a couple of times. An unfortunate result for Team Milo there. Luke Whitten finishing in 17th, just ahead of debutant Matt Petit. So we go over the page. 19th, Harry Irvine, another debutant. 19th, and our final finisher. I don't think he even started, so I can't really call him a finisher. Christian Smith, who didn't take the field, Corey.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. And that send from Devanti was so big, it came from Azerbaijan. As we know how big the braking zone in turn 1 is there. But yeah, it was a good race all throughout. Plenty of action, especially with those top two. And even though the guy ended up finishing down in P6, he ran a great race out there tonight. The battle he had with Sasaki was absolutely immense to watch. And, that was definitely going to be one for the highlight reel.
Yeah, you said it, mate. Now, we've got a couple of folk here waiting for an interview. I'm going to bring up the happiest man on the planet at the moment, Mr. Mark Lay, with a podium finish, if you don't mind, for SNL. Big points, big smiles, big result. Well done, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. It was huge. Huge. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought, mate? He's stuck in there with one of the best in the business, Takumi Yamato. Sat on his tailpipe for the second race in a row. But heavens above, mate, did you ever imagine you were going to stick it for a podium?
Ever since I was a little boy, this is my dream, to get on the podium. No, fantastic. No, it's been a good week here. The track, this track has been very good to me. And early on, I stole a setup from Luke Whitten, saw what he was doing with his laps, and I gave that a try, and it's worked out. Yeah, just steady.
Brilliant, mate. Well done. A clown on the podium. Hey, the other clown, the guy in the background wearing the funny hat and the silly shoes, gets up there and has a stellar performance there, leading the way for the three clowns in the field tonight, mate. Well, can I just say big congratulations. I'm really happy for you. I'm really glad to see that the hard work you put in this week paid off, and a stellar result, mate. Congratulations. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight before we let you go?
Yeah, two groups. My clown brothers who support me all the way to this moment. And I'd also like to have a shout out to my family now who aren't watching this, but I'm going to make them watch it and look at their faces when they see their father, the clown, on the podium.
Beautiful.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Mark. Talk soon, mate.
Ciao.
There you go, Corey. Mark Lay. Fantastic. The Canadian living in Asia who drives a clown car these days, and he dropped it on the podium. Fantastic result.
Yeah, you can tell he's absolutely brimming with joy. I remember it was only not but 3 or 4 seasons ago. He was down in window licking splits racing against me as he was a 2K driver. And, now look at him. He's right up there, 4.8K. He's going to be, doing this a lot more, obviously. And he's become just a bit of a part of the furniture here in the top split. And, it's great to see him out there, great to see him having a crack. And I'm so happy that he's finally got his first podium.
Yeah, great drive, mate. All the stars align in terms of participation, patience, staying on the track, keeping his head when all those around were losing theirs. Fantastic drive for Mr. Lay. Now, our other person waiting for the commentary booth or the conversation is the current leading contender for Send of the season, Mr. Sam Devantia.
Just want to quickly apologise to the guy. Pit still in my end. I should have just sat for third, but I just last corner, but I'd rather just redress the spot. I don't hit people on purpose, so rather do the right thing and redress and move on. So just want to apologise to the guy. But I was your man.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Understand it was a last minute effort, one that is uncharacteristic, if I can say so. I know you're competitive, you're quick, you enjoy this circuit. The opportunity, I can imagine the eyes lighting up, and unfortunately this time didn't come off. Did notice the redress, very gentlemanly and sportsmanlike. Well done for that, mate. And hopefully bigger and better things in the weeks to come, mate. But anyone like to say g'day to while you're here, or just leave it with the apologies with Mr. Nagai?
Just you guys also doing the broadcast on F1 that's racing right now, so I'll be pretty quick here. Just you guys obviously. Rorik, well done for showing up for once. Congratulations. Mark on his podium, and yeah, again, Nagai, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, mate. Great to see you as always, and we look forward to the bigger and better results in the weeks to come.
Yep, see ya.
There you go, Corey. What's the word? Contemplative or remonstrative? Anyway, he was sorry. I couldn't think of the word. Sam Devanti, the cowboy. That's not his go. He immediately redressed in what space he had left on the circuit, and of course, he'll be back. He'll be bigger and better. Interesting for the championship though. Sasaki sort of bridges that gap somewhat after that one, and really the Japanese guys, we've all seen it, they're all pushing hard, they're working together in terms of getting the skills and the pace right. You can see though when the time comes and the racing's on, they're still very competitive in and amongst themselves, but they really are the ones to beat at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. The Japanese contingent have got so much pace right now, and when they come out in absolute droves. I think most of the races lately, at least a third of the field has been from the Japanese contingent, which is great to see the Japanese guys mixing it up with some of the best that we have from around the world. And, even our local drivers are going to be better for racing with them, improving their skills, getting just better and better. And Sam shouldn't hold his head down too far. I noticed in the text chat post-race that Nagai said, don't worry about it too much. Just relax about it. It was a last lap move. He knew what it was. He knew what it was. And Sam did do the gentleman thing, pulled over for him and let him go back through. So, Sam is an absolute stand-up bloke, and he will be back and he will do absolutely awesome things on the track as we've come accustomed to seeing.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, we might call it quits there. See if we can catch a bit of the F1 before it rounds out, mate. You want to tell the folks at home what you got coming up this week?
So coming up this week on the Wednesday at 11:40-ish, I'm going to call it 11:35 Western time. That's GMT +8. The Output Racing League will be going to Kansas for, I'm not sure what round it is, but we'll be going to Kansas with the next gen cars. Typically a highline dominated track, but it'll be a lot of fun to watch. I'm going to try and sprinkle a couple of streams throughout the week, hopefully, maybe. On Saturday night, I will be live on the Speedway Memes Facebook page from the Pinjar Park Raceway as the Outlaw Karts have their penultimate race of the season. And then it's back with you here next week as we go to Mangy Cause for the first time, Alex.
Yeah, first time. I think I might have to buy the track and have a bit of a steer around there during the week. But for now, folks, thank you those who persevered with us, those who supported us on track tonight. Your support is very, very much appreciated. Go check out tonight's replay and all the other replays of 31 seasons of Sunday Night Lights over the Top Split YouTube channel. Check us out here each and every Sunday night for Sunday Night Lights here on Top Split TV on Twitch. And of course, the Discord community is where you'll find all the latest and greatest, all the results now that Alex has actually updated them. You'll find us there each and every week as well. All the latest news and views and everything SNL. All right, folks, that will just about do us for this week. Thank you again, everyone who has joined us, supported us here on the first single split race we've had in about 6 years. But the stars aligned for some and not for others tonight. Some great results, some tragedies in the midst as well. But that's single split racing for you. But thank you, everyone, for joining us. And until next week, on behalf of the Chaotic One, Mr. Corey Steinhauser, I am Alex McKellar. And until next time, I will say ciao for now.